What's going on, guys? So today we're going over something kind of neat that I found recently, and what I think may actually be the ultimate Zippo. And for context, no, it's not the Zippo in my hand. This is actually just a normal one I think I got for about 12 bucks at Walmart. Works good. Now, this is not what we're going over today. Instead, it's this guy. And for a size comparison, this is that normal Zippo that's sitting next to it. This thing is an absolute beast. Now, I'm going to start by saying I have no clue where this came from. I have no idea who made it, and I don't know if it's still made, if it can be even found again. But frankly, this thing is cool as heck. Now, first thing people are going to ask, does it work? And that it does. Now, I will say this thing is very old. Pretty much, I have no idea when it was made, but it did have a little bit of surface rust on it when I got it. And I actually found this at a flea market in upstate New York. So this is not something that I can tell you guys where to find, where to buy it, or if it's even something you can buy. And the thing is, there's no manufacturing marks on it, other than it says Japan in the bottom. Beyond that, there's pretty much nothing I know about this thing, other than the fact that this thing is a monstrous Zippo, and that it actually works, which is really cool. So one thing I will note about it is that I do not have the proper packing material for it, which is cool. So when I got it, there was nothing in the bottom. The only thing I had available to me was cotton balls, which, yes, it works, but it's not great. And it does have a replaceable flint, which is really nice, same as the regular Zippos would be. And also, if the wick ever burns out of this thing, it might be a bit difficult for me to find a replacement because it is a fairly large and fairly long wick. So, not only am I showing this to you guys, but I'm also asking for your help. And do you guys know where this came from? Do you know who makes it, if it's still available? And honestly, do you know anything about it? Because I have not been able to find much about this thing. But, frankly, as far as a conversation piece, it's actually really cool. And I say that as it will not start because I didn't put enough lighter fluid in it. Because the one downside is where it is such a large lighter, it takes an absolute ton of lighter fluid to actually keep this thing filled to the point that it will actually keep feeding itself on its own. And just to save myself a little bit on lighter fluid, I'm actually going to pull that aside. Dump about half a can. By the way, I realize this is not coming into focus very well, so I do apologize for that. And if anyone's wondering, no, this is not the proper way to do things, but it does work if you are trying to get things to feed a little faster. I have admittedly put a few drops onto the wick from the top side to help that get started. And there we are. It will burn a little bit overkill when you first get it lit. However, it will actually die down once you get all the excess burned off. Now, the one thing I will say about this is that it is not the greatest about shutting off when you want it to, because like a normal Zippo, you can close it, open it back up, and it would be shut down. But because there's so much extra air in there, it'll actually stay going a lot longer. You actually have to shut it, leave it closed for a minute or two. More likely 5 seconds, just to let it burn off any of the air in there so you don't have a oxygen source for the flame. Open it back up, and it is fully shut off. But the only downside is this thing is not going to be great for doing Zippo tricks because it does move around a lot. And frankly, the quality of the production was not nearly that of a smaller Zippo, which is actually designed to handle that type of abuse on a regular basis. So, on the small ones, you can get away with doing some of the Zippo tricks. I wouldn't necessarily try that with the full size. So, tell me what you guys think of this, and let me know if you can tell me anything about it. So put that in the comments section below, or if you just think it's really cool. But as always, guys, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one.